Have no idea what's happening over here, but I hope I didn't lose all of you. Come on back in. Sorry for the technical problems. It's been a little challenging. Yeah, you're the first one to rejoin. Hi, Joe. It's nice to see you back in here. Sorry, guys. I have no idea what's going on. Please tell me you can hear me. Just wave. Yeah? Okay. Yay. Now, if we can get Yvette to request. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. Let's see. There he is. Nope. That's not him. Okay. So, well, let's see if I can get him in here. I want to chat with all of you, and I want to break it down what happened. What I feel happened last night's episode. I really feel that it's time for everyone to really be like locking and loading into what's happening here. I said this whole storyline, they were going to follow it all season, and here they are following it. The Jackie, story. I'm so disgusted with so many things, and I really want to discuss this with Yvette. I hope that he'll call in soon. But oh, hi, St. Lucia, Florida. There's my ADHD. Oh, thank you. I'll give you the details on my outfit after. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. It's a long robe. I love my robes, and I love my leather jeans, and I'm a jeans girl. But anyway, see. Hi, Scottish girls. I have ADHD, so you can really get me off track real easy. Sorry about that. So I feel that there is absolutely no reason, zero reason whatsoever for us not to all be calling out Teresa. Why was this necessary? Are they that desperate for a storyline? And are all of you agreeing that that's not really a storyline? That's something that's private, and you should never say to a friend in a public setting. No? Like, it should not be said, especially there. And I feel really strongly about that. But this whole thing about her asking Teresa to apologize, that'll never happen. Let's see. Was that Yvette? That's Yvette. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello, gorgeous. I can't hear you either. No. You guys can hear me?
Can you hear me? Let's try again.
Okay, guys, how about now? Can you hear me now? We have sound. Something is covering the mic. Uh, I have the 12, so it's working now? Yeah? You hear me? Let me put my other earpiece in. How about now, guys? Better? Let me try turning up the volume. So I just connected these today and I can't get them to disconnect. So I guess it's something with my Wi-Fi. Everything's good, right? Okay, cool. Let's see if I bring in Yvette, if we can both be heard. You guys are awesome. I'm going to give you so much extra time tonight because I really, really love all of you. You have no idea how much you're making my life so much better these days because I get to hear from you in a way that's fair now. Here we go. I'm going to see if Yvette can come in. Yay. Okay. Here we go again. Let's try this. It's my Bluetooth, right? Taste of, I don't want to say the rest of that. It's my Bluetooth that's doing it. Okay, let's see if this is Yvette. Oh, I don't know if Yvette's in there. No, he's not. So, all right, should I try to bring him in? I love you too, Christina, so much. Not Wi-Fi, it's Bluetooth. So should I turn my Bluetooth off? Look at the bottom right to disconnect. The Bluetooth? I don't want them to work though. I'd rather have them out of my ears. It makes me feel like all I can do is hear myself. So on the bottom right, it's a Bose. Is this what everybody has? Anybody have these? I love you too, London. Thank you, sweetie. Winfred. Ah, there comes another. What's your name now? I'm gonna stop for this one. Adam Greenwood. Hey, Adam. How would you like to meet my middle finger, you son of a bitch? You like abusing women that have been sexually abused by their father, using the name that their father used? Why don't you go fuck yourself, okay? Actually, everybody should really pay attention to Adam. He wants attention. Adam Greenwood. Look at you getting in there with the Beverly. You go. You go, honey, because you're not going to have much left when this is done. Nobody's going to respect you. You're going after somebody for something Margaret Joseph said, and you think that's funny? Spin. Okay, honey? Enjoy it. Rotten people. That's what they are. Some people are just rotten to their core. Okay, turn off Bluetooth. There it is. Okay. Let's see if I can do the two thingy. Yvette is requesting again. Thank you, Zen. You tell them to go away. I am ignoring him. Where is Yvette? Oh, there's Adam again telling me to stay calm. Yeah, if I can't figure out how to use my Bluetooth, I can't block him until I get off of this. So later I will. Let him try to have some fun and you guys can you can tell him how you feel. He seems to have no problem being a troll for Margaret Joseph. And that's exactly what he's doing. Here he is. Is this Yvette? Okay, Bluetooth first. Hi, Sydney. Hi, whoever said that from Sydney. Oh my God. I'm such a doofus. Let's see. Oh, he's still going on. Look at you. You think because it bothered me when I was an 8-year-old child getting raped by my father that word is going to bother me now? Beverly is old news. I have a lot of people helping me get through that. I hope and pray one day karma gets you, and I hope I'm alive to see it because you're a rotten son of a bitch, Adam Greenwood. Whatever your preference is sexually, may you never get any attention again from either sex. Okay? Your mom should be ashamed of you. I'm sure she knew she would be. So you're picking on an 8-year-old little girl. That's how old I was when I stopped using that name. Good for you. Great job. Okay, I know you will. Let me see about this Bluetooth thing.
Can you hear me? You should have left those in. You gotta put those back. We can't hear you. Put those back. We can hear you with those. We can't hear you without. No, no one can hear you. We can't hear you. They can hear me.
Better. Yes. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What's that? That's all right. People, you guys can wait. You guys wanted all this drama. Thank you so much for waiting. But I mean,
Oh
like,
my
we're gonna give you the
God.
tea,
This was
friends.
terrible. You know
You
what?
guys, tell me.
I couldn't. Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Why are
I don't know
people
what was
saying
going on.
no? I can't hear you in mine.
You can't hear me at all? You can't
Now
hear
I
me?
can when I take mine out.
That's okay. I can hear you. I can hear you without it.
Okay, so I can take them out.
Yeah, can you still hear me?
You guys all hear me, right? Just
Yes.
everybody tell me you hear me because I'm about over these earpieces. From now on, I mean, I literally took me 3 months to figure out how to put those, connect them to my phone because my AirPods were burning my ear. And I think that
They
that
do
was
get
really,
hot.
they're really hurting me.
Yeah,
So,
they're
I mean,
weird. They get hot.
I went to the doctor and he's like, "What is this burn inside of your ear?" It was literally a burn.
That's
And so I went,
crazy.
"Oh, okay, so Yeah, I guess AirPods are not the best thing. And I loved my AirPods. Loved them so much, but no more. I'm
I'm
so glad
dead.
you guys can hear me now. And I see a lot
Yes.
of my OG regular fans chiming in now, and I'm so happy to see you guys come back in. Uh
Yes,
I
OG
just
fans.
yeah, I mean, they're the best. They're absolutely the best.
I love your hair and I love your look.
Thank you.
You
Holy
look
crap, did I do a
refreshed.
change, huh?
Va va voom,
So does
baby.
anyone want to know what I did?
Should you tell him?
Yeah.
Should you tell him
So
the
I
scoop?
went, yeah. No, technology. Whoever said that, technology is definitely not my friend. I'd actually say technology and we don't get along at all.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
I
That was a mission.
I literally have the worst time trying to get connected anywhere. I just figured out how to use my hotspot and then I forgot how it is that you turn it on. So
I'm dead.
I'm constantly asking my kids, and I'm like, Mom, would you just please get it for once in your life? Just understand. You just have to do this. And I'm like, yeah, but you know how you guys needed me to do all that stuff for 27 years? Now it's your
Exactly.
turn.
It's different, you know. We like grew up kind of with it, and even
You
now, I
guys
feel
did.
like it
You
changes
guys are
so rapidly.
definitely in the millennials and the what is it?
The
Uh,
Z, the
the X,
Generation
the Gen
Z.
X. Yeah, I
Do
got
you
one of
not
each.
have any and no wine tonight? You don't have
I
anything
do,
to
I do.
cheers me
Oh my
with?
God, I got so caught up in that. I got a little Versace.
Yes, I
I
think we
got
need
my
a
lip
sip.
gloss in case I need lips.
Yeah.
Anybody let me know because you guys got to keep me up to date.
Cheers.
And I
And yeah, they do love
got
to
some
tell
vino.
us. Nice.
That's a big
Cheers, my
glass.
love. Thank you for
Salud, honey.
having me.
Woo! Little red, little white.
We got a lot to unpack here.
You got
So,
what, baby?
a lot to unpack with this
Oh boy,
show.
do we ever. I mean,
I'm excited to
I was
talk
just
about it.
unpacking a whole bunch of like a whole Uzi on
I
this guy named
saw.
Adam Greenwood, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, just some troll. Who cares?
Oh my
Whatever.
God. You know what it is? I'm ready to
But I
tell
love how
people
he's on the
what that
page,
means. And
though.
then they still come at me like, what do you not speak English? You just know how to spell one thing? Or it's just Margaret Joseph's
They just
troll.
want a reaction out of you.
I mean, if Margaret Joseph spent half as much time on her friends and paying them back her debt that she owes, she'd be so much better off. But she's just
I'm
always in the
dead.
thick of it. And speaking of
We're
that,
gonna get into that, I'm sure.
she definitely, like I called it, I said, she's going to be in the middle of this and it's going to come down to her and Joe. What did I say?
Yep.
Joe's the
I
one
mean,
that,
I could not believe I'm sitting here watching this episode. I'm watching these men play poker, and then right there, just like you predicted it, here
mm-hmm.
comes Joe the plumber, as you call him, right? Joe the plumber.
Yeah,
That's what
he's
you
the
call him.
plumber. She calls him a contractor. He didn't even fix my frigging shower. It was just a matter of
I'm
fixing the
dead.
handle. He
So you
put it on
called it.
backwards. I was
You
like, what
called
the
it.
hell?
You
I had
totally
to call
called it.
somebody and pay them more. If he had not had touched it, it would have been fine, but he broke it. So,
I'm dead.
whatever.
So I
He's
have to admit, this episode was kind of boring in like a way. You know what? Don't you agree? Like there was fake drama. There wasn't
I'm
even real
even the
drama.
Melissa throwing that glass at the end. You saw her hesitate, look over
That
at
was very
production.
choreographed, I felt.
Oh yeah, and she's not good at taking instructions. Obviously, she needs a little bit of, I mean, she should go to school for it if this is what they're gonna do. I mean,
I'm dead.
literally, when she looked at them and then threw the glass like this, nobody throws a glass when they're scared like that. You don't wait.
I
You just
mean,
you just
it's
like
usually a
woo, and it
reaction, right?
goes. It's all
Right.
set up. They want to make you guys believe that they're all really close. They're getting they're getting their A game on with each other. When they're done and they're wrapped from filming, you don't see them together at all. People pay attention. They are not friends, not friends in any matter of the speaking. So when I hear somebody that's only known the people that I've known for over 20 years, some of them at this point, and I hear Jackie say, she's away with my friends. Your friends? Like,
Didn't
you,
she just meet
you
these
just came
people?
into the circle 3 years ago. So did Margaret, for that
Right.
matter. Like, what the hell is anybody talking about? I know Dolores. I know Melissa from Teresa, obviously. I know Dolores. I know Teresa since I started the show, right before I started the show, probably 11 months. I know Dolores the longest because I was such a big Benevolent Society, contributor. And yeah, they don't forget her whole family is a family of, lawmakers. And I just, because they're all in different genres of it. And I respect that so much because I really, at the time, years ago, I felt like, these are people that are really keeping us safe. And not just me, not just anybody in my neighborhood. I'm talking about everybody. They go out there. These are young kids, that are starting their careers and following the footsteps of their parents. And I
What is this
respect
called?
that. This
What is
was
it
like
called?
the Benevolent Society. So I would
Okay.
donate heavily. So I know her father, her family, all of them over 25 years. It's a long ass time. I was
but
pregnant with Christine, and Christine is 27. So we
I
can
know
do the
you
math.
girls go way back, yeah. And but speaking of like a who's, this Michelle Payas person has come
She's a
along.
friend of mine, actually.
Do you know Michelle?
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
told her, guard your
she's
ass in, girl.
gorgeous.
That's all. She's stunning. She's the real deal. I'm not going to share things that she wouldn't want me to share, but I can share this. I did get a phone call from her, and she needed a little bit of advice because I had never discussed with people on the outside just how horrifying it is. People that know me
So you gave her
know
like
me.
a pep talk before she went on the show?
No,
No?
she had already, she'd already put it in the tank.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then, it was kind of like, what do I do now? And I'm like, well, here's the thing. And then I unloaded a little
This
bit.
is after she went to the party and had this talk with Jennifer, you're saying?
Yeah. And you guys have to realize they filmed this. It's going on like 9 months now. So it's a long time ago. So it's getting, when it re-airs, you start to, not only do you relive everything, you relive it in the way they edited it. Because there were times I left a group scene and I was like, wow, why was that so easy? What's going to happen? Why do I feel like
That was too easy. Something suspiciously easy about
worse is
that.
going to happen from it feeling like it was just too easy. And sure enough, it would.
So
it
she
was like,
called you-
why are they
So she
doing
called
that?
you after all this happened.
So yeah, and it was before the show aired. And so I told her, I said, the one thing you're gonna know and you're gonna realize, and you're gonna hear it throughout the season, is that it's not over. You're gonna be carried out through the season. And she's like, no, it's really short. Like, I just didn't film that much. And I was like, oh no, what you filmed was significant enough that it is the storyline. It's part of the storyline, and it's behind all the drama.
Right. So speaking of this storyline, I felt kind of bamboozled with the way the producers kind of were insinuating that we were going to find out about this like kind of cheating thing with Melissa and Joe, but then it turned out it was just a joke with Teresa.
Because they don't have anything. You guys, they don't have a storyline.
Were you surprised?
That's why Teresa was calling me. We should really let them have the text messages and the phone calls. How many times she called me when they started filming? Because if I had just picked up my phone, they were shooting, of course. She would have gotten me. She would have been able to use me for the storyline. So instead, she has Michelle that she's using. And how does she, if you guys go through my page, you'll see, and Michelle's, you'll see the pictures that were posted almost 2 years ago.
So you think Melissa, told Michelle to spread this rumor?
No, because part of it ends up being about her husband too.
Right.
Her husband wasn't paid.
So tell me about this whole, what is growing with Gorga? Because apparently growing with Michelle's husband, right? He spoke at a Growing with Gorga event, and that's where
this was something that really upset me when I heard that they were doing this Growing with Gorga thing, because
what is that?
Joey's written a book and he's nothing but a con artist. I mean, what are you actually doing? You read, and I'm the one that put it on social media that house that he said he flipped was not his house before I even advised the person in the house. And I have the DMs. I
that
said
article
to her
about the renovated kitchen.
Yeah, it was whatever it was. He said he renovated the whole,
or he wrote about
the
it,
interior and the
renovated.
exterior, whatever he said he did. And some woman said, you cannot even imagine, like, that's my house. We've lived here for so many years, and these are our kids, and like, we bought it looking like this, and then we made it into this. So he just basically drove by a house, took a picture, didn't think anyone would really call him out on it, because who is he? I mean, really.
I'm dead.
He's somebody that begged me to help him get on the show when his own sister's on the show.
Embarrassing.
So here's the thing that I really need everyone to pay close attention to. There is no storyline. It all leads back to the one thing they had to do is go for the juggler. And that was to take Jackie down. They picked one person and they went for it.
I mean, yeah, it seems like every episode we keep coming like back to this. And I was like, I was kind of excited. Like, I mean, it's bad to say, but for some new drama and stuff. So the episode started. They were kind of all at peace. We thought we were going to get this new juicy information. They mentioned themselves how they were over this whole
drama. Let's
drama.
just pick people up. It's someone, Carly is, I think people are, hi, lots of love back to you. And thank you, Reality Nancy, for agreeing. This is the thing, Carly. They picked Jackie to exploit, because I believe Teresa was whispered something in her ear, and I believe it was from her brother, and it came from Joe Benigno, the plumber. And literally called it out. The moment I saw that, I said it to what do you call it? I said it to Yvette. I said it to you, that this is going to be the whole season, and literally it's coming from, I believe it's coming from Joe. Because if you think about how Margaret's really going at him a little bit,
she's very concerned about
I do raise awareness for cystic fibrosis. Whoever asked that question, I was adopted, and my adopted mom lost 5 children to cystic fibrosis. So yes, I am deeply rooted in the CFF Foundation. Any information you might have or need to share, please share on DM, or you can contact Yvette as well. And we'll help you get it hooked up, because we're going to be doing some walks and stuff this summer. I'm going to try to get back out there.
Yes.
As much as we can, like with COVID, aside, I really do want to get back into my foundation work. That's where my heart's at, besides talking to you guys. And then I got to start making some money somehow, because this is all fun. But I'm 58 years old, guys. I gotta try to do something, or I'll become one of those foundations. But here's the thing: I will never stop supporting people who need me to support them, and I'll take everything that's told in confidence to my grave. I might use the story as an example, but I will never tell a whole story that's not mine to tell, because it's been done to me time and time again. You've witnessed it for the past, over 10 years. So I'm just going to tell you this. I love all of you too much to ever share those things, and I'm here for whatever you need me to be here for, as long as it's within reason. And we need to get people back on track to feel good again. COVID's rough enough, let alone all the other things we go through our minds, and all the other things we're going through in our lives. This has taken on a whole new spin for anyone that has mental health issues, anyone that has health issues, period, and is home ridden for even a while. I mean, we're all in the same position. So let's try to be supportive of one another. That's
Absolutely. So do you think Margaret is just being supportive when it comes to Jackie? Because she is suspiciously she does keep trying to involve herself in the situation. Like, it starts off with her wishing that the whole thing didn't happen so that Jackie can be there. She even calls Jackie.
Think back, hold on. Put a pause in that. Put a little pin in that. And let's put this on the table. Who remembers, and I need you guys to, let's pick a color heart. I don't care what color heart, but if you love what I'm about to say, and when I say it, you're going to know it and agree with it, give me a heart. Margaret said the same exact words about yours truly when I wasn't on the cast trip that was her cast trip again. And this is her cast trip. I wasn't invited. And you know why? This is why. because
Same
the
reason.
cast had to get to know the new girls. But instead of just saying that to all of you, they had Margaret come over and take me down by going to a bury the hatchet party with Dolores after Dolores buried a hatchet in my fucking back for saying something, repeating something that she actually said to me. I thought at worst she'd be pissed, but scumbag 5 times and welcome back, scumbag. I mean, a few more times, and it's a good word. Let's not abuse it.
So what you're saying is we're just seeing like a repetition of pattern here with Margaret.
Yeah, whoever she's closest to is going to be the one to go next. Jackie will be off the show soon.
I mean,
because she won't be able to take it, because once they get their claws into you, Melissa turned on me, Margaret turned on me. Look how it happened, guys. Look at how it happened. Think back. Think back. As soon as they know they got you, it's gone. Who pays for the cast trip? Well, not them. They order all that shit just because it's a waste of money and they can get away with it with production. They don't get to eat. They don't get to have any of that stuff. They just want it to be like excessive. Like these gifts and stuff that they get. What are they, a 5-year-old birthday party?
Wait, what were those hoodies?
Not
some grown women around a fire with hoodies making s'mores. Not at their big age.
Not for nothing. It's tie-dyes.
Tie-dye? I know tie-dye was making a comeback like around
Not like that though. We're talking about the really bold colors and they're all mixed together. That was just a cheap way of getting away with it. I don't know.
Was that like a product placement moment, you think? Like, is that Margaret? Does Margaret have a line or something?
Oh,
like,
she does, but she has
I just found them so random.
She has more lawsuits than she has product. I mean, she literally came on the show to build. Pardon me, the wine did that. Sorry. I'm human. What am I going to do? She came on the show to build her business and her brand. Does everybody remember that? If you don't, I'm going to remind you to build her business and her brand. And as far as the hoodies are concerned, I see some of you up in arms with it and against it. I just feel like not my cup of tea. I bought that for my daughter, that color, when she was like 5 or 6 years old. They're pastels and they're baby colors. I don't know. I would have gone for a little something more retro in tie-dye, like something spurting out, but all in tie-dye. You could do something different. Jesus.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem bougie to me. And like,
well,
and I know that's
and here's why.
But...
Because the producers did that for her. To make it look like she's got a product. Pajama party.
Yeah,
there were no pajamas, guys.
So do you really think that this whole
remember the pajama party? There's no pajamas.
Anywhere. The pajamas.
Yeah, and Vineyard Vines and the whale or whatever it was.
Right.
She's got so many lawsuits against her, and there's somewhere online that it's saying, somebody sent it to me, that she says now she's debt-free. When did we ever unpack the being in debt thing? Did anyone even let me get my voice in there when I was like, okay, her best friends loaned her and Joe $216,000. And that was, at that time, it was 2 years and that couple had not heard from them to buy their house. They couldn't afford to buy their house after they cheated on their spouses for 4.5 years. So why did they buy that? Here's why. They wanted that house so they could be on the show. That's what Margaret had told me, and that's what she had told her friend, which, yes, I did speak to. Not because I hunted her down, because these people find me. I don't have time for that, and I really have ADHD so bad, I can't maintain a thought to be going after that during the day. I'd rather be doing anything. I'd rather stick a needle in my eye than talk about Margaret and what she's done and who she's done it to. I thought reality TV was you go to set, and you lay down some real live shit.
Right.
Instead,
you live your life.
All of them had it scripted behind my back, and I was just left out of, I guess, the pack. But I would rather run alone than run with a pack of wolves. Trust me.
Were you impressed with Teresa's acting skills when she called Joe? And like, I mean, I felt like that was a bad look because a lot of people claim that the show is scripted and staged. And for her to show her skills of what a good liar she is, kind of like, I mean, is that just who she is? Is she just good at that, being that person? Because that was very impressive. I mean, her brother
Teresa
was like
or Margaret?
Teresa, the lie that she was they were pranking her brother about Melissa cheating on him. I mean, I felt like that was very telling of her, even though it was a
Well, here's
joke.
what happened. Teresa
And you
probably
don't
said
joke like
something.
that.
Teresa said something that she shouldn't have said on the show. She had to rewind it, and Joey and Melissa and Teresa got together off camera and decided this is what they were going to do to make it right, so nobody would pay attention to the fact that they are in turmoil.
Oh, okay. What
Nothing
was
is
it that she
ever the
said?
way it seems.
Yes,
If I
tell
were
me
there, that would be
everything.
exactly what's going on, because I know, I see everything, and I know for a fact Joey's out and Melissa's on cast trips going, oh my God, I gotta call him. Where is he? What's he doing? I can't stand the fact that he's like, I don't know what he's doing. And I'm like, Melissa, you're barely wearing anything. Like, your daughter should be wearing that dress. And you're worried about what he's doing. Look what you're doing. Like, put on the rest of the dress before
I mean,
we go out.
that's why it didn't make sense to me, because she was like letting loose at this lunch, talking about all kinds of things about her daughter, talking about virginity, how she was thankful to be away from her kids, and how basically
Yeah, that part really bothered me. Here's the thing. They never go home when they get their hair and makeup done. Why would they bother? So in other words, hair and makeup and free wardrobe that's being borrowed before it gets returned is a night out. So that means it's every day when you're filming. I don't get it. I don't get who does that when you got small kids at home. I went home to my kids and I was busy doing charity work. I was doing everything. I would wear the same dress and turn it inside out and make it into something different rather than spend my time trying to figure out who's going to dress me with what. I would rather have my own shit and wear it twice rather than keep borrowing everything from somebody I got to return. Have there been times I've done that for Watch What Happens Live or for another event? Yeah, but then I end up loving the dress and I buy it anyway. And I'm like, what the fuck am I going to do with it now? I can't wear it again. But the thing that I think sticks with me the most about the fakeness here is that Joey really needed that validation. And the minute he got with the guys, he had to put his cock on the table. Look, my wife ain't cheating. Like, they cleared it up. It's just a rumor.
That's so true. That is so true. Oh my God.
First thing they did.
Because when Teresa called him, he believed it fairly quickly. I mean, I'm sure editing is involved in everything, but it didn't look like she did much talking to convince him that what she was saying was true.
That's because they had their powwow. None of them can act. I mean, I always acted like I was okay with everything. That's the best acting skills you've seen on the show yet today. I mean, literally. Is that I gave a fucking tiny little rat's ass about what they were saying to me. The only thing I cared about was getting out of there alive. That was the only thing I cared about. And going home to my children, cooking dinner, and feeling like a normal human being. Because I did my day's work. I didn't have a mom and dad at home taking care of my kids for all these years. It was me. It was always on me. I didn't have an ex-husband or a boyfriend supporting me. God forbid I would have had that. You guys would have probably embraced them because they were saying, oh my God, she's a gold digger. Gold digger? I was married to a fucking really wealthy man, and I was really wealthy when I got married. So what about that is a gold digger? But because I knew what I wanted in a man, because I know what I deserve, I would say, hallelujah, sister, go get it.
But there's like a little hypocrite.
But now we're all okay with Teresa wanting a guy that has a plane and has money and all that shit. Why? Because she needs her bills paid. And where are her kids this season? I haven't really seen them except for on the phone.
I think that these ladies do owe you an apology, because at the time that the show started, like 10, 12 years ago, right? 10 years ago, was it?
No, it was actually, we signed our contracts in 2006.
Okay.
And then we started filming in 2007. And then it aired in 2000. I think season 1 aired in 2000.
So, I mean, even so, I mean, with everything that we've learned when it comes to like slut shaming and, you know, putting women down, I mean, they certainly did that to you in the first couple of seasons for them to be
for being in touch with my sexuality,
for
and
being
also
a 21st
for
century
understanding
woman,
who I am.
A modern woman, you know, and now they want to do all these modern things and say these,
and you know
these
what?
crazy things.
I was even younger than them.
Judged.
Now that they're doing these things, I was younger than them, and I was newly single. Why was that a problem for them?
Yeah,
and not for nothing, I know that I have taken care of myself to a degree, and I know genetics has played a really big role in my maintenance. But here's the really good God's honest truth. Why would I even bother saying that? Because most people believe what they've said about me. I'm the one that's had the least amount of surgery. I love Botox. I say it all the time. I love Botox. When it stops working, I got to get something else done. But I didn't get Botox for almost 2 years up until recently when I posted that picture with Dr. Kevin. I just haven't been out because of
Botox
COVID.
is a lifesaver. I mean,
Well, it did. It changed my face and my skin right back up.
Everyone should get Botox.
Everyone should at a certain age. But see, you can't start too young. You can't start too young.
Once you pass 25, that skin is starting to wrinkle. You need it's
no,
preventative.
It's not.
Oh, yes. These little lines right here, that's not going to work for me.
Oh, my God. No.
So, okay. Do you think then that this thing with that Michelle said, do you think that's
Let
true?
me get Fendi. Hold on a second.
Yes.
I don't do fillers. Whoever said that, no fucking way. I don't do fillers. I don't like fillers. They make you make me look like a chipmunk because I got really carved out cheekbones and I have a hollow space in between here. This is my fucking nose. It's my fucking cheekbones. It's my jaw. It's my forehead. All of it's me. Not perfect, but it's me. No surgery. Yes.
I have fillers.
I'm hanging in there. Hold on. Let me get my Fendi.
They're cool.
Here, baby. You think someone's here?
Botox, fillers. I mean, it all goes away.
I mean, if you do fillers, it's fine. But I hate that people say I do fillers because I don't.
Move my forehead.
I will when I need it, but I don't like fillers. I don't like them at all. I did it 1 or 2 times because, well, it was with a group setting and everyone was doing the filler party. I hated it so much. I wanted it to go away.
I had no lips. So,
that's a good reason to do it.
I had to do I had to even out the rest of my face. I got a big nose. I got big ears. I couldn't have little lips. It all had to match.
Yeah, you would never know. You match perfectly, baby.
We evened it out.
That's right. And I got to be honest, it's literally a lifesaver that, people still use Botox because there's another one that's not really Botox. It's something else. But I won't.
But it's preventative too. A lot of people get it because they don't want to wrinkle,
Yeah. No, I mean, and for me, it's just, it's those little things that do make me feel better. I don't have a man, guys. I don't have somebody to wake up every morning and tell me I'm beautiful. And if I'm ever going to date again, which, eventually I will, I want to know that I feel confident and I feel like my best. And none of you can fault me for that because
you should. That's how you should feel.
It's the way I want to feel. And I don't feel so, good about myself. It's Dysport. Thank you very much. And yes, I wouldn't do it if I weren't doing services that were on collaborations. A lot of people are saying how expensive it is. Yeah, and I hooked all of them up with all that free shit with Dr. Kassir. He was my doctor. Now Melissa stalks him and Teresa. And I mean, the minute I introduce somebody to some, one of my people that I've been working with forever, they just feel like they're entitled to it. I hate that shit. I really do. Yeah. That's when I leave and go someplace else, but not one of them have met their own person that they just stay with, I want to be real honest here. I think before I get too far off track with all of this filler and all this other stuff, I want to start talking about whose face is melting because, that I'll get a little catty with, and we could do that another time.
I'm dead.
But I'll be honest with you. I think that the show is heading in a really tankable direction. And
I thought the episode was so boring. The drama was fake. They keep going back to the same rumor. So, I mean, do you think that this is what's going to happen the whole season? What do you think is that going to be the outcome?
Yeah, they're going to go back and forth between Michelle and her husband. And
do you think it's true what Michelle said about Joe Gorga owing her husband money?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think everybody's saying the truth except for the cast, and the fact that they act like they're shocked to hear it.
Yeah.
That's because they know who they haven't paid, and they're going to call them right now and make sure that person doesn't end up on the show ratting them out. It's a little too late for most of them. I mean, you should just be paying people when they do a job for you. Unless you have that in advance, you have that agreement in advance. Everybody should know you get an estimate and you pay for that estimate. If you got handed an estimate, you should be paying them. These are people that work paycheck to paycheck. These are people that need, you know, they need the money, or they wouldn't be coming out. What are they going to do with a picture of themselves when they got 4 or 5 kids at home to feed, or even just themselves? It's not right. It's not fair. And I'll be honest with you, I've never done anything like that in my life, ever. I actually feel horrible even getting certain things as a trade. So I don't do it because I can get it for free. Why would if it's not something I want, like, or need or use, I'm not going to advertise that I use it, want it, like it, or need it. So there you go. So with the show going as south as it can go for me right now, I feel like it's about as boring as it can get. But unfortunately, I feel like there's going to be a victim at the end of the day, and it's already starting to happen. Like, Jackie's family is affected by this, and the kids are affected, which really makes me sad. That's not something that should ever be happening. Her husband does look clearly rattled by this. And the fact that he didn't go to the guy's drunk night speaks volumes. You know, he's even Frank, and he wants that apology, because even if it's true or it's not true, it's nobody's fucking business. It's nobody's business.
It's crazy.
We're not here to do this. Reality TV stuff isn't supposed to rip people's entire lives apart like it did mine.
Right.
Guys, I had everything I ever needed. And then I signed on to do the show, and boom, gone. Now they're getting a little taste of it. My kids were very damaged, still damaged from the show. And it doesn't go away. So do you think I really, honestly, the people that really know me, know that I would never want anyone to be caused pain, the kind of pain that I've been caused? I'd rather receive it, deal with it, and get rid of it than have other people affected. Kind of like, yeah, I won't do that for the adults any longer, but I would do that for the kids, because these kids are innocent, the kids and the parents of these cast members that should not be a part of this. You've got how many women, and they can't come up with a storyline? They got to turn it over to their moms and dads and their children.
That's crazy.
Come on. This isn't the opening seasons. We're not getting to know everybody. They really are. It's disappointing, to say the least. Someone's saying something about Joe Giudice. Yeah, I think, you know, he'd be great on here.
I think so too. That'd be so fun.
But the problem is like, I do know, like, Bud Vacuum, I had Central Vac in my house, and I worked with them for decades. And when I started doing the show, decades prior to the show, Joe and Teresa were building their home at the time. I'm going to use the word building loosely. Okay. Scouting smoke rise to steal doors and shit. Those doors were not theirs. They were stolen. Just so you know. I know a lot of people in smoke rise, and I'll be honest with you, you can't have Bud Vacuum come and put in their central vacuum system through that massive house. Not pay them.
I know what you're talking about. Okay.
They didn't pay them.
Oh.
Yeah, the house is ugly. Thank you so much, whoever said that.
The McMansion? That's what they call these mansions that have all the,
I'm sorry.
The architecture doesn't make any sense. It's just...
I had a McMansion then, but my McMansion was gorgeous. I had a couple of them. And it was prior to the show. I didn't come into my shit just because I got on TV, and I didn't buy it to get on TV. These people hunted me down. I literally had my house paid in full. And this shit it took me out of my element. I'm still in shock to this day. But then when I watched what they're doing to Jackie, I realized, maybe, maybe, she might have, you know, that coming to God moment where she realizes she's been involved in doing some pretty shady shit to somebody she didn't even know, me.
Exactly.
And saying stuff about me.
Same with Jennifer.
Both of them. But with Jennifer, it was a little different because I actually was an ally to her. I defended her.
Gotcha.
And I ran after her when everyone was like chasing her all over the place. Someone asked if I like Jackie. I don't know Jackie, and that's what she should say when people ask questions about me. I don't know her.
Period.
That's it. It's done. I only know what I know from her talking about it.
So before we get into some more of these questions,
yeah, let's do this.
What
so we can answer some questions now, right? We can open up the floor.
Well, before we do, who would you put in the hot seat for this week's episode? Who's in the hot seat? Danielle's hot seat.
My opinion?
You tell me yours, and then I'm gonna tell you mine.
Believe it or not, Joe Benigno and Margaret Joseph, the couple.
I mean, as they
their
should
faces,
be.
I was watching last night. I gotta tell you, their faces were so red. So red. Who said something about Fendi's ears? Isn't she my cutie?
Wait, whose ears were red?
And all of their faces were red as like there is nothing to say. I don't know how to put this other than we went from watching the ladies, I'm using that loosely, sit around and get trashed like college students. I'm going to say high school students. That's the way these people drink. And then we go to the men having a scene where they're all getting drunk until they can't stand up. Where do people live that act like this?
New Jersey, apparently.
I think I need to get out of Jersey. That's not true, because I think there's a lot of really classy, wonderful people in New Jersey.
Jersey can be beautiful.
There really can. And you know what? It's not fair that it gave that a bad reputation, just like it gave Italians a bad reputation. It doesn't make sense to me how this can bring down the entire state, you know? So these people are not a good example of Italians. I cook better, and I wasn't even raised by an Italian mom. And I can tell you, in all honesty, I do have my own recipes. Yes. They had them handed down to them. Everything's a hand-me-down to them. To me, and God bless. I mean, it's wonderful you grow up with families. It's too bad they chose a television show to tear each other apart. I would do anything to have a family. I wouldn't go on national television and tear up my brother and sister, my mother and father, and all of my siblings and cousins and best friends for years. Who does this? Who the fuck does this? I protected my friends. I kept my friends off of that trash. When I knew what they were doing, I'm like, oh no. So that's my fake friend this week? Good. Wonderful. What the fuck is he going to make me look like now?
I'm going to tell you who's in the hot seat for me. It's going to be Margaret this week. Because, and I'll explain why, because this was brought to my attention. Do you recognize this picture of yourself?
Mm-hmm. And I recognize the couch too.
You see that couch?
I miss my couch. I wonder what happened to it.
Oh, do you? I feel like
I do.
I think I'm gonna find it for you. It looks like there's an awfully familiar couch in Margaret's house.
Oh,
behind
shit.
Jackie.
Shit, that's my couch. And you know why I know that's my couch? That's a custom-made motherfucking couch.
Are you serious?
There's only one like that.
I cannot believe.
And that gold leaf painted on there as well. I designed that couch.
I'm done.
And it's a premarital couch. What the fuck is she doing with my furniture in her house?
I don't know. But when I tell you I saw this clip and I looked in the background and I said, you know, something about that couch is a little familiar to me. And
they are disgusting.
That's special.
So I guess what I'm led to believe is now that beautiful, beautiful velvet couch that I've sat on without panties on all the time is now really messed up, because I know she doesn't even wear underwear and she talks about herself smelling all the time on camera, even last night. And you know what, guys? God's honest truth. It's the only thing she's saying that's really true. It's Shanky. Shanky. And she talks about it, so why can't I? That's my fucking couch. Anyone want to go get it for me? I'd love to have it back. But I could reupholster it.
It's so funny. The way that couch ended up at that house, I'm so curious, you know?
You know what? I'm not wrong about any of them. And I know for a fact that all of you will see
Yeah, I
That
think
by the
it's
end of this season, it's just my couch. Really? Well, I wonder what else she has of mine. You know, because
ugh.
Marty
So
was
does that mean
really
Marty and
desperate
them
to
are
try
like,
to make sure.
are
Probably
they
Marty.
buddies? Are they buddies, or do you think they were buddies,
Marty
or?
wants to be buddies with anyone he thinks that can get him on the show.
Mm, okay.
Because let's face it, he
I
really
agree.
wants to be relevant. And before he met me in his 70 years of life, it didn't happen. So you got to use me. Oh my God.
All right, let's
Hell
take
no.
some questions. We're gonna
That's
open up
the
the
man
floor to some
I get,
questions.
guys. Really? Come on. Any man out there want to step up and please impress me and be a real man, a protector, an honest person? I mean, I'm going to let Yvette go ahead and take numbers for me
Yeah,
because
I'll definitely be
we
screening
got some
all of her
screening shit
dates.
to do as well. I am not, yeah, my artwork too. I mean, I have a lot of my artwork, but
No, the
yeah,
artwork, the
the
horse.
love art.
No,
Yeah.
I'm dead. I love that horse painting thing.
And my horses, those were my horses, for God's
I'm
sakes.
dead. I have pictures with those horses. Oh,
Uh,
oh
no, Marty
Lordy.
and I are not cool, guys. Uh-uh.
Who's
Now, I had a
Kathy?
nervous breakdown and I had to pretend to be, you know, okay with him so he would stop torturing me behind closed doors. He wanted to be on camera with me to keep the peace so I could go to sleep at night. Yeah, I brought him with me so he'd get a little screen time because that's all he really wanted.
So
So,
let's see what these people want to know. Um, somebody wants to know. Oh, who's Kathy? Somebody wants
oh,
to know
Kathy
what the drama
Wallace.
with Kathy and Melissa is.
Kathy, Kathy is Teresa and Joey's only cousin. Well,
Got you.
her and her sister. Rosie, I think her name. Yeah,
And they don't
Rosie.
get along either. Wow,
Mm-mm.
this Melissa, is she hard to get along with? This this Melissa?
Melissa is, you know, she's a forcer all her own. She just really wants to fit in, and I think that, you know, it's clear she's not really happy with herself, and part of me feels bad for her because she's had so much plastic surgery and she's so young. She's so young. I mean,
I need to look this girl
what are your
up.
kids gonna say when they grow up and they're like, "Ma, I don't look anything like you." So who do I look like? I can stand with my kids, and I can show you young pictures of myself where they look exactly like me, and I haven't changed anything except for I'm getting old. You know, I'm getting older. I'm 58, and that's not a young
You look
spring.
amazing.
Thank you, but I mean, literally, I just don't. I feel like nobody can understand what it feels like to not be seen. You know, when you're standing in a room with a bunch of bullies and you're constantly like they're shooting at you from every direction. That's why that one line of mine is "What a time!" It was always coming out of my mouth. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how
Yeah.
much can I take? You know, and you fast forward, and it's the same shit regurgitated over and over and over again. I don't know. And then they all talk about how tough they are, and yeah, sure, they are. They come in packs, and they all stick up for each other's toughness. But a bully is a bully is a bully. And as far as I'm concerned, bullies got no room in my life. Because I really
Someone,
feel bad for people that get bullied. I've been at the receiving end of that for a long time. Yeah, Melissa worked in a strip club. She should stop cutting on strippers. Seriously. For God's sakes. I don't
um,
talk with any of my former cast. No, guys, I don't.
I'm trying to find, yeah, I see that a lot of people
Yeah,
are
Yvette is
wondering.
engaged. Wonderful, wonderful fiance, Joey.
Yes, he's a
Love
cutie.
him to death. He's a cutie patootie. So don't hit on Yvette or I'll have to not like you too much.
Somebody wants to know if Jacqueline Larita apologized, if you would forgive her.
Oh, most definitely. I know why Jacqueline is the way she is, and I know why she did the things she did, because that's what happens when you really get a heart for somebody. I mean, I took her and her husband food all the time. I helped out with the kids as much as I could. I really wanted to be involved as a friend. And I thought, I just really thought that that's what we were doing. And then I understood why she had to go with the family. It's a hard choice, but she's married to their brother. And I would not get between family, or I would have gone for Teresa and used Melissa and Joey when they were asking me to use them to get at her. I would have. I literally didn't. I said, instead, I'll give you both a job and later you'll thank me. Or you'll just try to act like it never happened and you're going to pretend to be on the show for 11 seasons now when you didn't start till I left. So, I don't know.
Damien wants to know if you were a replacement for Dolores in season 1.
No.
What does that even mean? If it's season 1, how could you be a replacement for someone? What does that mean?
They hired who they hired for a reason. If it was going to be Dolores, Dolores would have been asked.
So Dolores wasn't on season 1.
No. She was on, she came to like a few of the parties and stuff as Dina's friend. She was best friends with Dina. But no, she wasn't, if she was asked, it would have been knowledge to me because I was with the producers all the time. And, it was me that was asked. I mean, she never even went to the hair salon where they picked all of us.
Right.
No one was asked that wasn't at the hair salon.
I mean, this person that asked says that.
And it's the same thing she said about not, saying those things about Teresa, even though it was out of context. She still said it. It was supposed to be something that was like what they do. They tell that little tiny thing and they twist it, but they make it bigger than it needs to be. I just told the truth. I mean, it wasn't me that said it. Why did you have to get so mad at me? All the shit that they say about me, my childhood, it breaks my heart because I really do love her mom. And sometimes I see her mom's face when I start talking about her. I see it in my mind. I just think.
She's cute, her mom.
Oh, God, she's delicious. She's such a good human being. And I know it would hurt her to know but.
Someone said, do you think Carolyn's husband was cheating on her?
Oh, no, I don't think. I know, 100%.
Oh. Okay.
And he provided the woman with a place to live, really close by to the brownstone, where his father was chopped up and killed and murdered and put in a car and placed in front of the brownstone, but I'm dangerous. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they cut off his pee-pee and stuck it in his mouth. They cut off his hands and put it in his pockets. What that says is you stole from the mob and you're running on the mob.
Oh, my goodness. The tea is hot, honey. Oh, my goodness.
Just saying. They all know what kind of family they're from. They all know. So I'm not surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if any of you would have a question if I saw it coming. Yeah, I saw it coming. Like I said, I just wanted to get out of it alive. I really did.
Danielle, you have got the tea, my love. You know all the inside scoop.
And we haven't even begun to scratch the surface.
I love it. All right,
who's calling me Beverly again? You son of a bitch. Here's what I have to say to you. You're abusing an 8-year-old child for being raped and sodomized by her very own father, and calling her that name means you're regurgitating it, hoping to hurt me intentionally like Margaret Josephs. So here's what I have to say to you. Go fuck yourself real hard because no one else is going to touch you.
Who said it? Who said that? I want to see who said it. I want to see their page.
They'll find it. It's probably that Adam Greenberg again or Grant Greenwood again.
Let's see.
I'm just so like.
I can't find them.
I'm amazed that even 1 or 2 people want to get in there and still take their hits. What are you trying to do? You trying to upset me? I'm not on the fucking show. We're not filming the Housewives. What you're doing right now is just giving me my platform to say it all. So keep it coming. I'll keep telling you who you're siding with. Because, boy, that's a bad way to side. I mean,
yeah, don't even worry about it.
All people who have been abused in any way, shape, or form sexually. Me surviving getting raped and at the age of 8 being able to stop it and walk away and turn it into something. Damn it. You should be lifting me up.
Don't even worry about them. They're all.
I'm not worried. I'm just stating what I have to say. This is my platform. I'm going to say what I got to say.
Why? Someone wants to know how your daughter's modeling is going.
Christine thank you for asking, Chris. That's my oldest daughter, Christine. She has a lifetime contract with IMG. There's times that she goes back and does a little work, but she literally hated being associated with the Housewives. And the modeling industry is a part of that whole pop culture. They're obsessed with it. And she really just wanted to get back to school and get back to what she's doing in her life. And she's much happier. I have to tell you, I support my kids in whatever their endeavors are, and they don't want to be a part of this. I don't make them be a part of it. Does it upset me at times? Honestly, yeah, it does, because I would love for them to be able to tell people how they feel. But then again, I realize that would really be unhealthy for them. That would be for me, and I'm not a selfish bitch, or I would do that. So I keep my kids as far away from it as possible, so they're happy. And Christine's doing great. She does what she wants to do with modeling when she wants to do it, but she has a great career. And, you know, I'm sure at one point she'll probably want to go back and maybe go for her grads. But I mean, for now, she's living her best life. She just bought a house. I mean, I'm really proud of her. She's 27 years old and bought a house. And Jillian graduated, same as Christine, summa cum laude, top of her class. And she's 22 years old, and she's teaching. She's a teacher. Special needs is what her passion is, but she also has, you know, three majors. So she's in literature and special needs as well. And
she's great.
And she's baking. Sweet. I want you guys to please check out her page. Give her some love on Baked with Sweetness.
She makes the most amazing cakes. Oh my God, they're so
if you
good.
ever see my cheeks getting a little pudgy, guys, that's not filler. That's freaking cake.
This girl is cake. The best baker I've probably ever met.
Oh my God, thank you. And she doesn't use dairy, and she rarely uses gluten, but she's got a lot of support from her friends, and you know, they all come over and eat anyway. And so now she just makes the desserts, and they're always incredible. They're not just tasty, they're really beautiful. Like, she has an art, and she's self-taught.
They're beautiful, and they're
anyone
delicious.
Wants to know any inquiries about that, just hit her up and DM her. If you want to be answered, though, you should probably be following her, because she won't answer. I'm going to tell you, that apple didn't fall far from the tree, but it's, you know, it's a business, and I'm really supportive of her, whatever she wants to do with it, or her education. I'm supportive. My kids will do great things in their lives because they'll be happy always.
Absolutely. All right, my friend, I think that might be all the time we have for tonight.
I want to know one thing. Have any of you learned something about tonight? Something through tonight in these conversations about people that maybe you didn't know too much about? Or maybe
are you guys enjoying these?
Yeah. I mean, we really want your feedback. Yes, I saw someone say, are you going to be doing this every Thursday? Yes, unless we otherwise tell you, we'll be going live. And you can find these episodes. I'm going to have to put them up because I can't save them. They're so long. But the episodes will start out on Instagram. Then we're moving to YouTube. My YouTube channel is The Original Danielle Stahl.
Make sure to subscribe.
Please go check out, view, subscribe so we can vibe. And don't forget about my podcast. We will be doing something with that tomorrow, trying to integrate the two. I'm still working on my book, which is 11, and another cookbook, which is, you know, going to be my joy because I can't wait to get back to cooking. But I've also been just really busy trying to bring content to all of you and trying to make you get to know the rest of me through these platforms.
A beautiful lady, a beautiful woman.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm counting on all of you who want to see more of me to make that happen, and visit my YouTube channel. Just view each one of those things so we can make that our home. And I'll be honest, I couldn't be doing any of this right now without Yvette. Yvette just kind of came in as my friend, and he's like, well, honey, what are you doing with this stuff? Like, let's do something together. And I was floored. You know, this is a person that I've never had anybody really come in and help me. Like, and so Yvette means an awful lot to me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for being so honest and sharing so much about your life and just, you know, letting us see the side of you.
I love to share, but I just feel like it's been falling on deaf ears, or people weren't able to get all of what it is that I was trying to say. Now you can see that was part of me, but there's the rest of me. You know,
This is your time.
and
This is your
Yvette knows
time.
the rest of me. So, you know, and for any men out there thinking that like, no, he's gay. He's got an upcoming husband. I'm free. I'm free as can be, but I also like a man that's kind of in my era. So the young
We
guys,
gotta
I'm so
find Danielle a
sorry.
man.
Yeah. In my own era, that's not like I want
He's
somebody.
out there. That right
Yeah.
guy's out there.
Somebody to just be nice to me. It wouldn't hurt, and hold my hand and walk with me, and you know all the other stuff that's very private. And I haven't always been very private about it, but it wasn't my fault. It really wasn't my fault.
All right, Danielle. I hope you
I'm a
have a
kid at
great
heart,
night.
so I love all of you very much. I really, really, really appreciate all of you being here with Yvette and I. And I'm going to put this up for your consumption. Then we're moving it to YouTube as soon as our next video goes up. I will date your dad if you send Yvette a picture and let him. It's
Yes.
got to be interviewed. We're going to go through the screening process. We're going to make this into a dating game slash tea spilling game slash we're the Real Housewives spilling all sorts of everything here. Love to all of you. Please do me a favor. Stop what you're doing right now and give yourself a big hug from me to you. I know it might seem weird, but to me, it's just a normal thing, and I got to feel the hugs, okay? So feel the love. Love you lots. Yvette, love you.
Love
so
you.
Much. See you next time
guys.
on the Day After Show with yours truly and Yvette. Don't forget to view on YouTube and stay tuned for my podcast too. Love you all.
Night, guys.
Bye. Bye, honey.